guys like my new sunglasses? Got these today. Pretty cool, right? What about like these better? I think these are my new favorites. I don't know. These are still pretty cool as well. I don't know what I did today. Somehow I pulled my arm muscle and now I can't raise my hand higher than that high without it hurting. Ow. Okay. Let me ask you something. Do you drone? Not like the droning of just talking on and on, but do you drone? Let me explain. What is up, guys? My name is Denzil and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about drones. Alright, odds are if you're watching this then you're probably a YouTuber or a cinematographer or a hobbyist and you just like to fly drones. Maybe you think they're cool and you're planning on flying drones in the future. Whatever the case may be, there are certain laws and regulations that you need to know and abide by in order to fly your drone legally. Now, I will say every state or region is different on their unmanned aircraft regulations. However, there are a few regulations that are the same no matter where you are. So today, I'm going to make sure that you know those regulations, that you know that you're flying legally before you even take off. So without any more hesitation, let's get into it. Number one. All right, I have this at the top and I have it listed as number one because it is by far the most important. If you're flying commercially, you need to make sure that you have a Part 107 certification. That's the Part 107 certification. Okay. Part 107 certification is a written test that you have to study for and pass, and it basically designates you as a professional drone pilot who is eligible to receive payment for flying a drone. The FAA considers commercial flying as any type of flying in which you might receive payment for. Doesn't matter whether it's cash or check or football tickets or even a firstborn son. It really doesn't matter. If you're getting paid for flying, then you're flying commercially. If you are receiving payment without your Part 107 certification, then you're flying illegally. Don't do that, okay? I don't know what else I need to say. I don't know how to make that more apparent to you. But if you're flying without the Part 107 certification and you're getting paid for it, then you can get fined upwards of $25,000. If you're flying, then do it right. Do it legally. Get your Part 107 certification and listen to these other regulations that are coming here. Here's number two. The second most important thing that you need to know when you're flying your drone is airspace classification. This is something you'll learn when and if you study for the Part 107 certification. However, I know some of you will probably not be going for that certification. I at first didn't want to go for it, but I'm studying for it now and I'll be testing for it this Friday. The thing you need to know is that you can fly your drones only in a Class G airspace. Now you're probably thinking, okay Denzil, but what constitutes a Class G airspace? So basically a Class G airspace is any uncontrolled airspace. That's any airspace that's at least 5 miles from any airport. There are other locations that are controlled airspaces that might be near, say, a military base or nature reserves or things like that. So before you fly, make sure you know where that Class G airspace is, whether it's where you are, where you plan to fly, or if it's near you. Maybe you're not even close to Class G airspace and you're just not allowed to fly it, but make sure you know where that Class G airspace is and make sure you only fly your drone there. Alright, number 3 is pretty similar to number 2. Basically, you must always, always, always yield the right of way to manned aircraft. If you're flying your drone in an airplane with a person in it, a pilot, an actual pilot, not a drone pilot, if it's an airplane with an actual person in it, then you have to yield the right of way to it. But if you're in a Class G airspace, like I told you to be in number 2, if you missed that, then rewind the video like 2 minutes that way. Rewind the video and you'll find that a Class G airspace is any airspace that is uncontrolled. So basically, you'll probably be a long ways away from any manned aircraft. So if you're flying in a Class G airspace, you'll be safe to fly your drone. But if a manned aircraft comes near you, make sure you yield the right of way to it, okay? Number 4 is pretty simple, and that's that you have to be able to see your drone at all times. The FAA regulations state that in order for you to fly safely and legally, you must have visual line of sight at all times. Now that also includes flying at night / in the dark without a lighting system. This is really kind of common sense, but if you can't see your drone, it's probably not safe to fly it. Because if you can't see it, you can't control it, you don't know where it is, and who knows, you might run into someone somewhere down the road. So if you can't see your drone, don't fly. Now in some areas, you are not allowed to fly at night ever, period, full stop. However, there are some regions that allow you to do so. Please bear in mind though that this varies from region to region, but if you want to fly your drone in civil twilight, which is sunset or sunrise, or even at night, then if you're in one of those areas that allows you to do it, then you need some sort of identifying lighting system. Most DJI drones come with the lights, but sometimes you have to add a system to that as well. So bear that in mind. Make sure you can see your drone at all times. Alright. I hope you're ready for this last one, because I'm going to give you 5 things to remember for number 5. These are all really simple and straightforward, so I really don't think much more explanation than what it is needed. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll be here. Just put it in the comments down below. It's right next to that subscribe button. Just hit that subscribe button right there. You'll be able to see my next video. That's right. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'd be more than happy to help you. But the 5 things you need to remember is that 1, you cannot fly higher than 400 feet. 2, you cannot fly faster than 100 miles an hour. There are racing drones, believe it or not, that can go up to 200 miles an hour. But if you're flying a regular drone, don't fly faster than 100 miles an hour. You want people to be able to see you coming if you're coming at them. You don't want to hit them blindly. If you're going to hit a person, don't hit them at 100 miles an hour. Just kidding, don't hit people at all. Don't fly near them. Don't do that. That's where this next part comes in, is that you cannot fly over any groups of people that are not aware or not involved with what you're doing. Now this next one of the 5 things to remember is that you cannot fly from a moving vehicle, which I don't know how you would do that in the first place. Sure, you might get some cool clips from it, but is it worth the price of your drone if you crash it? Or maybe the fine of being caught while doing this? Don't do that. Don't fly your drone from a moving vehicle. And last but not least, if you're flying a drone for recreational purposes, whether it be videography, cinematography, your hobby, or for commercial purposes with your Part 107 cert, don't forget that. Your drone must weigh less than 55 pounds. Alright guys, well that's all I have for you today. I hope you liked the video. Leave me a like if you liked it, comment and tell me what you didn't like. Subscribe for more weekly content. Share this video with your friends. And I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.
Look at this dude, trying to talk to a drone. I know what you're thinking. He's slow. It's okay.